There are multiple options to help military and vets pay for their children's college. But what happens when the fine print costs you a fortune? Grab the magnifying glass and prepare to keep your money out of the hands of the state. $1 last year could cost you thousands this school year.
Enter corresponding match. Access denied. 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 Access granted. Doors opening.
VA does have this snazzy page here that shows all the websites to the different states' veterans offices. If you're looking at where you might want to retire or where you might want to move and you have kids thinking about going to college in the future, states create their own traditions, programs, and resources with the common goal to make a difference in the lives of our veterans. For this video, I am focusing in on California, and so this is calvet.california.gov. We're going looking at education, and then as you can see, they got a few benefits in here, but the one we really want to see is college fee waiver. Hey, we will give you free school in California to any vets at a state-run college, university, community college. This is that program, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. The college fee waiver is for veteran dependents, and it waives the mandatory system-wide tuition fees at any state of California, community college, California State University, or University of California campus. It does not cover the books, the parking, the room and board, and there are 4 different plans where dependents could be eligible. Plan A, I like to call the golden ticket. Plan B, we got to watch out for Plan C and D for specific individuals. And then there's some notes. And to make this a little bit easier, I have a Word document. Okay, so we've already hit that part. So Plan A, this one is for unmarried child of a veteran who is totally service-connected disabled, or whose death was officially rated as service-connected eligible. Okay, important for the ages. You always have to look at the ages whenever you're dealing with any of these states. The child must be over 14 years old, but under 27. The child is a veteran, then the age limit is extended to 30. The second line on Plan A is about spouses. There is no age limit, and they are also eligible. And the unmarried surviving spouse, if that veteran has passed due to service connection, there's still no age limit. And any dependent veteran who was missing in action, captured by hostile forces, forcibly detained in the line of duty by a foreign government or power is eligible. And for Plan A, that member had to serve active duty during a period of war declared by Congress, or any veteran somewhere at that time had to have gotten a campaign or expeditionary medal. What you cannot do is use this Plan A and get Chapter 35 benefits from the VA. Make sure you look at what both of them have and see which one fits your situation the best. There are no income restrictions under this plan. That is super important. That's why I call this one the golden ticket. Moving on to B. This is for when a veteran has service-connected disability. That doesn't matter if it's a 0% or 100%. They have submitted a claim to the VA for one of their ailments, and they have said, yes, that is because of your service, whether you're rated at 0 or more. This is your plan. This is the beginning of that fine print that we've talked about. It's the annual income of the child's adjusted gross income plus the value of support provided by parent may not exceed the annual income limit. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But that's why it's in red. That's important. Remember that. We'll come back to it. In green, Plan B does not require wartime service, and there is no specific age requirements. Also, you can receive both the VA Chapter 35 benefits and Plan B. Jumping into Plan C, this is for dependents of members of the California National Guard who, in the line of duty while on active service to the state, was killed, died of a disability resulting from an event that occurred while in active service to the state, or is permanently disabled as a result of an event that occurred while in the service of the state. The member was in the California National Guard and went and did a thing because that the state told them to go do, and they got it hurt. Let's make sure it is in line with Section 146 of the California National Guard, and then they too will be able to get this help per Plan C. Surviving spouses who have not remarried is also eligible. Plan D is for Medal of Honor recipients and children of Medal of Honor recipients under the age of 27. They can get that for the undergraduate studies only. Important to notice that they are subject to both income and age restrictions, but there's nothing wrong with using both Plan D and the Chapter 35 benefit. You can see at the bottom they have a link to the application and also the locations to submit them. There are the locations, and I've already downloaded the PDF file. Not difficult to figure out. Insert your information as you go through. For students, relationship to the veteran. Have you applied for this benefit before? If you have, say yes. If you have not, say no. VA educational benefits under Chapter 35. Are you eligible and are you receiving them? That's important, as some of the plans says that you can't do both of these. So understand which plan you're putting in for and if you can do both. Adjusted gross income, they cannot make more. As we've discussed, under Plan B, they cannot make over a set amount. So we'll be seeing that in a little bit. And on top of that, annual value of any support received from the parents. Do you pay for their college housing, transportation, books, school supplies, medical care? You're going to have to add that to the AGI, and it's still going to have to be under the limit. Something to think about. What school you plan on going to and what year you're requesting. All right, vets, start putting in your information. I know you don't want to put in all this stuff. This is PII, and you've been told not to do it. But if you don't do it, they're not going to give you money. So suck it up. What is your current percentage? They are deceased. Was the death service connected? As you know, in some of the plans that was important, that was required. So yes or no. And then a signature of the veteran and date.
Look. I can't see that. Better now? Or now?
Well,
Better now?
it's getting there.
Or now?
I can't see anything.
I see. Good. I see it. Okay. Well, the card holder.
Let's jump into how to apply. All right, you got to fill out this form all the way, get it signed. For number 2, if it's under Plan B, you must submit a signed copy of the federal income tax form 1040 or the income state tax form 540 from last year. If they did not do taxes last year, if they did not file a return last year, you have to get a statement from the IRS or the Franchise Tax Board. It's got numbers there to verify the amount of adjusted gross income. Remember, current academic year entitlement is based upon last year's adjusted gross income and value of support from parents. Moving on to number 3, they want to make sure that you are a dependent, which shouldn't be that hard. You got birth certificates, adoption records, marriage certificates. For the adopted child and stepchild, make sure it's prior to their 23rd birthday. When to apply? Prior to attending school. And then you have to apply each year. Do not forget, it ain't going to do it on its own. Don't forget, take care of your family and take care of your checkbook. Where to apply? Your local county veteran service office. There's the website. Something to pay attention to is veteran dependents applying for this waiver should research residency requirements and specific academic programs thoroughly before applying to the college or university. Some more fine print. Some academic programs in the institutions are considered self-supported. Extension courses, extended education, and are not done by the state. They're not part of college fee waiver program for degrees and certificates. Found this little nugget in the employment situation of veterans from 2022 done by the Department of Labor, Bureau of Labor Statistics. Really interesting numbers in this green box. As for everything to the right of the table, that was all employed and unemployed and percentage. I didn't care about any of that. But for our purposes today, look at that blue arrow. Total veterans, 18 million. The red arrow shows how many veterans do not have a service-connected disability. That's 12 million veterans do not have a service-connected disability. Dig in, think about it. What does that really mean? Only 4.9 million veterans, 27%, has a service-connected disability. California, Plan A, Plan B, those were built to help service-connected disabled families. If you do not have a service connection disability, They will not help you. You can't use these plans. And other states do the same thing. All right, take a look at this from Forbes. Median earnings by age in the United States. This was done in May of 2023. From 16 to 19 years old, they make 31K. 20 to 24, 38K. Right. Why is that important? Why am I making this video? This is why. This is what you guys need to know. Please recognize the difference. If your child is making over $20,913, they will not be able to use Plan B. Now, thankfully, this is a higher number. Not often do I get to say nice things about Governor Newsom, but he did sign into law starting in this school year, 24 to 25, an increase into this threshold by using the state threshold and not the federal threshold, which the federal would have been 15,000 and some change. So that's nice. So now that you know, what does that mean? It means that senior year of high school, keep an eye on how many hours your kids are doing. If they're working while they're in college, keep an eye on how many hours. Make sure they understand that threshold, that mark. Because if you make more than that next year, California is going to say, sorry, we can't help you. And you're going to have to pay for that school year. All right. That's what I'm worried about.